So, yo, it's your boy AJ here with Rage. We're about to break down the Suns Nuggets playoff game. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. You're now tuned into Hoops World.
Hoops World.
Right here, the king is like, hey, guess what? I'm still the king.
I hit the streets just to get a bag. I pack, he got toe tagged. I punched the nigga for shorty. I'm John Woo with the 40. You not gang, no the homie. Don't blow me, no, you don't know me. Gang shit, members only. You wasn't there, I was lonely. You wasn't there, I was lonely. Dog nights, blicky on me. I was just stacking my commas up. Head down, trying to run it up. These niggas be steady, be clocking me.
Yeah, wow, man. What a playoff game, man. It's funny because when I was watching this for the first quarter, I'm like, yo, this is about to be a banger. It was like a 1-point game. They were going back and forth. But man, this game was the Jamal Murray takeover game. But let's start in this first quarter, man. The first quarter started, and then KD, man, it's well. Let's talk about Monty Williams because Monty did the adjustment. We saw last series that Monty started Torrey Craig, and now since Josh Okogie is their best point of attack defender, he started Josh Okogie because he wants Okogie on Jamal Murray, and so Monty made that adjustment. But Jamal Murray ended up cooking in the first quarter anyway.
He cooked everyone this whole game.
Yeah, so it was really the Murray versus KD in that first quarter. KD was insane. I mean, we went from the Clippers series where he was getting double teamed every possession, and now this series they let him play one-on-one. In this first quarter, they're playing drop coverage. He was getting that midi. He was turning around, getting little post fadeaways. It was really no double team. He was cooking. He had 15 of the Suns' 32 points in the first quarter. Now the Nuggets went on an 8-2 run. So that kind of canceled that, but the Suns countered with an 8-0 run. So like I said, this first quarter was going back and forth. The Suns shot 60% in the first quarter, and then 14 for 21. Really efficient shooting by the Suns, KD, in that first quarter. And then, again, the Nuggets offense, man, we got to talk about this. In the second quarter, this is where the game was broken wide open. They got outscored. I think 37-19 in the second quarter. It was just insane. They couldn't miss from three. And I remember when you texted me, bro, talking about they should have brought they needed to rest KD because he really carried in that first quarter. But I remember you texting me talking about Chris Paul was basically sitting in the corner. Talk about the Suns offense. Why wasn't the Suns offense not clicking in the second quarter, bro?
It's just interesting how like they put like they'll put CP3 in a corner when the original job was to be the actual guard,
the point
guard for them. Their point guard, right? I mean, like he averages like 8 assists a game, and then he just kind of goes ghost because they have him sitting in the corner, and they just want to have Kevin KD and Booker cook.
Yeah.
Well, the problem with that is if they're not hitting every shot, if they're not hitting every shot, that's a problem because the Nuggets are.
Yeah, exactly.
They were hitting every 3-pointer, and they were just coming back, and the thing was dominating on the rebounds. Absolutely horrible. There's too many clips of DeAndre Ayton doing a lot of nothing. Yeah. I mean, he just sits there watching. Jokic was having his way in the paint. I think he had like 19 rebounds tonight.
Yeah.
Insane.
You texted me. It was 12 offensive rebounds to 2. Interesting stats here. 12 3-point attempts for Denver in that second quarter, 6 makes. Phoenix only shot at 2 3-pointers and 2 makes. And this is we were talking about before about KD and DeAndre Ayton are going to be so crucial for these series because on the boards, they got to protect the glass. These second chance points can't happen. Ayton was just we have the clip right here. This is the clip that went viral on Twitter. Look at what DeAndre Ayton's doing. You can't just stand there and let Jokic do this. I know Jokic is missing a ton of bunnies, but you can't just stand. You got to be active, bro.
Those aren't layups that Jokic should be missing anyways. He should really have that. But DeAndre Ayton should have had the board 50 minutes ago.
And I know people have been questioning DeAndre Ayton's motor, and this is the reason why. Because you cannot get bullied like this on the glass by Joker. 12 offensive rebounds to 2. And then one shout out to Aaron Gordon, because the Nuggets couldn't miss in this third quarter. Blew the game wide open. Aaron Gordon, we got to talk about him, bro. He scored 5 straight points. He had 6 for 6 in that second quarter. When Aaron Gordon is shooting like this, because Aaron Gordon is just known as that athletic dunker guy. You remember when he was in the Magic? Just that dunk
when he was
athletic
in
guy.
Orlando, but this
Yeah.
is like you see, like he's kind of like developed his play a
Is he
little
gonna
bit where
shoot
he's
like
shooting
this?
more.
Yeah, bro. Is he gonna shoot like this the whole series, bro? Because I'm like, the way KD was guarding him was like, oh, we'll just let him shoot. You know, Aaron Gordon is the least talented offensively out of all the Nuggets, and then he does this and drops big numbers by halftime. And by halftime, it's 68-51. They're down 17, I think, at halftime. So what about Aaron Gordon, bro? Like, it's weird with him. Like, is he gonna be able to do this every game? I don't know. Was this just one of those nights?
I don't think they'll go into like the next game of just letting him and just letting him
Shoot
cook.
free.
Because
Yeah.
I mean, they were just letting him do it.
Yeah.
But the problem is that Suns defense isn't good enough to where like they got too many people that they have to worry about. Because with that Nuggets team,
Yeah.
everyone holds their weight.
Yeah.
Even Michael Porter Jr. had 9 points this game, and it didn't matter because everyone is scoring. I mean, like Murray has 34, Jokic has 24, Aaron Gordon has 23. Like everyone's holding their weight, and you have Bruce Brown coming off the bench attacking. Like it's like you can't just focus, you can't just pinpoint on Aaron Gordon anyways because you still have KCB that you have to worry about from three. You have Jamal Murray attacking and hitting his shots. There's not a single person on that Suns team that can guard Jamal Murray, and you still have MPJ, and you have to worry about Jokic because we just saw that DeAndre Ayton cannot hold him.
Yeah, and I'm glad you said that, bro, because this stat was interesting too. Denver, second quarter without Joker, outscored the Suns 21-14. That just shows you the depth of this team, bro. Because I think I know I said this before. Clippers, I thought the Clippers had the deepest team in the NBA, but the Nuggets are very, very close to having the deepest. I think they're second, or you can debate they have the deepest team in the NBA because they have guys that can, a few guys that can score 14, 15 points right away. Like Bruce Brown did it tonight off the bench. He had 14 off the bench.
And the thing is, everyone, and like I said, everyone in that starting lineup holds their own.
Yeah.
MPJ, I can't even get over the fact that he only had 9 points.
Yeah,
9 points.
Exactly. He didn't even go off. So at halftime, it was KD had 19, Booker had 14, Jamal Murray had 14, and Joker had 13 points and 14 rebounds. 3-point percentage. Look at the 3-point percentage. It was really, really amazing for the Nuggets. 52% from three. The Suns only shot 5 threes in the first half, and then you look at the rebounds. They got killed on the boards, 27-15 at halftime. And I'm reading down these halftime stats because the game was over basically by this time. Third quarter came now. The Phoenix did cut it to 11. We saw CP3 kind of make a small little. He kind of woke up in that third and started being aggressive. He hit some middies, but ever since then, the whole game, third quarter and fourth quarter, every time the Suns would cut it, it was just Jamal Murray. It was Bruce Brown. It was Joker. It was Aaron Gordon. They all just made efforts. They couldn't get it down to single digits because every time the Suns would get it close, the Nuggets answered. They had no answer for Jamal Murray.
And it's a problem for the Suns because like if you have that as the Suns having Devin Booker, having Kevin Durant, it's like that's an offense that has to be going all the time because they don't have the defense to sustain the Nuggets. Like the Nuggets are the number one offense.
Yeah.
So it's like if you aren't firing on all cylinders with Kevin Durant and Devin Booker, that's a problem. Yeah. And the thing is, it's like you can't just put those guys in ISO situations all the time. You can't stress it enough how much ISO doesn't work the whole game. It will never work the whole game. You won't win a series by going ISO the whole game.
Yeah.
That's just not how it goes. You got to try to involve CP3 more and just try to have him play that point guard role.
I'm glad you said that, bro, because let's just skip to the adjustments they got to make in game two. The Suns offense, man, and you look at the difference between the Denver and Phoenix. The Suns offense is nothing. It doesn't compare to this Denver because like the Denver offense just looks so fluid. They have so much harmony, chemistry. It's just beautiful to watch their offense. And then you look at the Suns. It's like ISO. First of all, Chris Paul doesn't have the ball at the top of the key this whole game. Like usually in the Clippers game, he was at least setting up the offense. Now they're kind of just spamming Devin Booker and KD bringing up the ball. And I think because Coach Monty wants KD to bring up the ball because he's such a gifted scorer, they're gonna just double team him and it's gonna open everything else up.
But then that causes turnovers from Kevin Durant. We know it happened again
Yeah.
tonight.
Mhm.
Like when he gets
Yeah.
blitzed, that's a problem. Yet it
Yeah.
opens other opportunities, and yes, that Suns offense is like lethal. Everyone can really shoot.
Yeah.
But when you have 80 people on KD, he can't see, and he tries to force
Yeah.
up a pass, and a lot,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of times where he just kind of just lobs it, and
Yeah,
it just
because bro, they didn't
and
do
it's a
this in the
turnover.
Clipper series. They didn't you saw the Clipper series. It was Chris Paul running the show, and it was Devin Booker running the show, and they were heating up. Chris Paul put guys in their spots. This game one, KD is getting they're spamming the KD button, and they're spamming the Booker button, and Booker wasn't really hitting, and KD was hitting. But in the third quarter, I think they started doubling KD, so they shut that down, and the offense was just blah. You know what I'm saying?
It's and like you mentioned, it's like with the Nuggets, everything is so fluid. There's a reason everyone holds their own. The ball is moving all the time.
Yeah.
Everyone's able to do something because the ball is consistently moving.
Yeah.
No one else besides Devin Booker and Kevin Durant are really going to be able to contribute because no one else gets the ball. No one else gets the ball. And like, yeah, they're Devin Booker and KD will have good individual performances. Yeah, because they're the only ones getting the ball. DeAndre Ayton will get the ball sometimes, but he'll score his points all in like one. Like he had like almost all of his points in like the first quarter, like, or at least half of them. And it's like if you have just two guys running the show, it's not really sustainable.
Yeah.
It really isn't unless you're like the 2016 Cavs. Like,
yeah, exactly. I think the key adjustments for the Suns, first off, is you gotta fix. You might have to double Jamal Murray. Fix your coverage, defensive coverages on Jamal Murray.
Because not even. I mean, there's no one that can hold him.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's like even when you put a Kogi on Murray, that ball is moving. That ball is moving, and none of those guys can really hold their own.
Yeah, you got to fix your defense on Jamal Murray. The rebound battle, you cannot get out rebounded. What was it? 49-38. You cannot get, and then the offensive 16-8 offensive. You got to fix the rebound battle to make a good series, to make this a good series. Those are the two really big things they got to do going forward. And then you talked about the offense. The ball movement has to be better. I mean, they had 20 assists, but it just doesn't look fluid, you know. And this is how I was talking to my friend about this. Why is Shamet? Coach Monty's bringing Shamet off the bench. You should be bringing Terrence Ross and T.J. Warren off the bench. That shouldn't even be a question. T.J. Warren is a scorer. You need buckets off the bench, and at least Terrence Ross would be better what Shamet's giving you. Terrence Ross can score too, but those two guys should be coming off the bench. I have no idea why he was bringing Shamet off the bench, getting cooked by Murray every single possession. You know, you got to fix that, Monty. He's got to fix that, Coach Monty, man. But Nuggets, all they got to do is just keep doing what they were doing. Just keep doing what you're doing.
And the offense is really crazy because it's like I haven't seen a team that's able to really able to have everyone get their own. Like every single person's eating. And it's like even when you go 8 deep and like maybe your 3 bench pieces aren't scoring a ton of points.
Yeah.
Like you might get like 20 some points off the bench, like 20 points maybe. Everyone in that starting lineup was doing their thing, even with Michael Porter Jr. having 9 points.
Oh my God, yeah.
You know, like you got over 20 plus out of 3 players, and you got 34 out of Murray.
Yeah. Great night for the Nuggets. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, follow us on Instagram and TikTok at HoopsWorld0. We'll be back to break down more games. Thank you guys for joining us. It's Hoops World.